What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to hop into the Extreme INT stage of Extreme Super Battle Road here, going for our no item run. So there are some fun Extreme INT teams you can build, like an Android Cell Saga team. I want to say there's like one or two other leaders you could use. You could use like the INT Super Saiyan Broly and do like an Exploding Rage team. I opted to just go with the blanket extreme int and use some of the most like technical units that I could. So we actually have kind of an interesting strategy that we're going to be doing here. So you notice I have the Android 19 and 20 there. I'm going to try and keep them linked up with the other Android card, which is the LR Cell, who we're actually running as our lead. So I want to keep them linked up together because they're going to link nicely, and it also works out well having the 19 and 20 as our slot 1 units because they nullify Ki Blast supers. And then keeping that cell on rotation is going to be important too because he has his transformation. If we drop below 40% HP, he's going to give us a full heal. So that is going to be very nice as well for this no item run. So we brought the Oceanus Shenron because she's got sealing and stunning capabilities, which are always helpful. The Bobbity Boo does as well. He's not going to be, neither of those units are going to be like amazing defensively, but they're good, just, you know, floating units to have in that final slot. So here we're able to get a nice rotation of what we're already looking for. The Jason Birder linked up with the Ginyu. They are going to be buffing each other quite a bit. They share, I want to say it's like 6 links. 6 out of 7. Or maybe 5 out of 7. Either way, it's a lot of links, so they are definitely boosting each other quite a bit. I was trying to remind myself there of the dodge capabilities of that unit. I believe they have a high chance to dodge. But it's okay for us to put Ginyu in the first slot here because we're facing multiple enemies, and he gets 50% damage reduction. So with type advantage and the 50% damage reduction on top of his already decent defense stat, he is not going to be taking any damage as a slot 1 unit there. He also does seal on his super attack, so I keep that in mind throughout when I am deciding who to attack for sure. So yeah, so far so good. We are doing decent here. Our rotations are pretty much set up the way we want them because we've got the Ginyus on this rotation, and then the LR Cell was in the 7th slot, so he should be showing up on the next rotation to fight with the androids. Oh yeah, and then I did want to use a second LR Cell as my friend leader, but I just didn't have one on the friends list, so I just hopped in. This was actually my first attempt on the stage. So I just hopped in with this friend, Kid Boo, just to try out the team and see what kind of damage people would be taking and stuff. And then we ended up clutching a win from it. So I was like, okay, I guess I will take that. Yeah, and as you can see, that Kid Boo is definitely someone we're going to have to keep out of the way. Our floaters are not the strongest units defensively, so we definitely have to be sure to protect them throughout the run. So here I was attacking Chaozu because I figured I just didn't want the cell to get hit. I wasn't sure how hard he would get hit, but I know he's not crazy defensively either. And then the Oceanus can kind of take care of herself because she's just being attacked by the Yamcha. So at very least she's going to seal him, but more than likely she's going to stun him as well and won't take any damage. So I just kind of left that up to her and hoped that I could take out this Chaozu before Cell would get attacked by him. And there I was able to. So now we are just focusing on the Yamcha, who is sealed. Unfortunately not stunned, though, so we do take a little chip damage there. That is one of the rare times that I've seen that Oceanus is not getting additional supers, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So we're sitting kind of pretty. We're going to be going into the first phase of this next fight with the androids on rotation, which will be nice because in the first turn of a fight on Super Battle Road, typically you'll see a lot of super attacks. So there is actually one interesting thing to note here. These two Great Saiyaman do not do Ki Blast Supers, I don't think. So it was actually a bad choice for me to put the INT Androids there in that first slot. Though, if you look at the other units on rotation, I didn't really have a choice. They're still the best defensive unit on rotation, so it kind of made sense to put them there. Especially after they super attack, they can tank very well. Normal attacks, at least. So, yeah, so I put them there anyway. They're able to get a clutch little level 5 dodge for us, which is cool. Saved us a little bit of chip damage, about 50k there. So yeah, you can see after they super attack, they are able to tank nicely. And there, we actually just get a level 5 dodge. That had nothing to do with their passive. That was just a hidden potential dodge. So that was very, very clutch for us to be able to save a lot of HP as well. And then Cell getting the critical hit there, we're almost able to take out the Great Saiyaman 2. Unfortunately, Boo does not have what it takes, and he takes a lot of damage there. By far the weakest unit on the team. I thought for sure going into this with that friend unit, he would get us killed. At this point, I was still convinced that we were probably going to die at some point from him taking too much damage. So we don't have to worry about him for 2 more turns, though. And luckily, we didn't take out Videl on this last turn, because then Ginyu still has his passive active. He's still reducing damage received by 50%, which we wouldn't have active if we only had one enemy. So that works out really well. And then I'm able to just KO the Videl with him, and then he doesn't take any more attacks anyway. So even though we lose the second enemy, he doesn't have to do anything else defensive for the rest of the turn. So it works out. Which is what I should have done. But I opted to keep her alive, just not thinking about that. And thinking, I think what it was is that if she was going to super attack, then she would do it right there and not do much damage to him anyway. Okay, so yeah, they were not able to tank the best. They definitely rely on some dodge. They're a better support unit than they are a unit themselves, so. Alright, and then Ocean is able to get a seal. Again, not supering, but because we're at a low enough HP threshold, we were able to get the transformation with LR Cell there, and so now our HP is back to full. So we are starting over from square one, and now that LR Cell is a lot stronger as well. So he's going to be able to put out quite a big attack stat, especially if we're able to select a lot of orbs. So here we get 6 orbs, so he's going to be getting a decent stat raise. I don't think it's the maximum. I think you need 8 orbs for his maximum stat raise, but it's pretty close. I don't think we have too much to worry about this turn since Great Saiyaman is sealed. So we definitely won't be taking any cheeky super attacks from him right before he's dead. Which is very good because he doesn't have a Ki Blast super, so the Android 19 and 20 would not be able to nullify it. So it's a good thing he is doing all normal attacks there. We take no damage. And Bobbidi Boo is able to finish him off, and we're on to the next fight here. Okay, so we're sitting pretty on this fight too, because we've got Captain Ginyu ready to go in that first slot, so we won't have to worry about taking any damage. And actually, there's no slot 1 attacks to worry about anyway. So that works out very well. So here I'm just trying to see who attacks more where. I definitely want to try and... definitely wanted to seal the Super Vegeta, because I don't want the Kid Buu to get super attacked at the end there. I did just throw everything on Super Vegeta in hopes that maybe we could kill him with a little bit of luck with some additionals and critical hits and whatnot. So he is sealed, so he definitely won't be super attacking, which is good. And then this is also very good, that Trunks was put off his super attack right here, because with the damage reduction, Ginyu is able to like fully nullify that. So now we know we're sitting pretty for this turn. The worst thing that can happen is that Kid Buu takes a normal and takes like 100k or something. But other than that, we should be perfectly fine for this turn. I don't think we are able to finish up Vegeta here, so he is going to take a bit of damage, unfortunately. The additional super helps, though. That is nice to be able to get some additional damage there. But yeah, no critical hits, still not enough. We take 85k there. I guess that could be worse. So here, these enemies do have Ki Blast supers. So I was very comfortable putting Android 19 and 20 in the first slot there, and pretty much just praying for all the super attacks to land right on top of them. This might have been a good turn to opt to keep Oceanus Shenron on rotation. I really didn't want to break up the rotations though, because they were just working out so nicely for us. So I opted to risk it and leave Cell there, just considering that if we weren't able to take out Super Vegeta before then... Oh, well, he is still sealed, so he's not going to be doing any super attacks. But, yeah, if the Trunks were to super attack the Cell, then that could be bad. So yeah, so far no super attacks. So I am still waiting to see if the Trunks is going to super attack Cell or not. And luckily he doesn't, so we are safe. And then at very least now, the next turn he'll be sealed because of Oceanus helping us out there. Yeah, I think sealing works out pretty well on this team. This is a pretty seal-heavy team in general, it kind of seems. So we definitely can't put Captain Ginyu in the first slot there. With only one enemy, he doesn't have his damage reduction, so we had to rely on the Jason Birder here. They aren't able to dodge against that first attack. But mainly I just wanted to dodge if there's a super attack, so they are able to get that second dodge for us. And Captain Ginyu with an awesome additional super. That actually played out very well for us because now Babidi will be able to, I think, take out Trunks here. Oh, no, he does survive with just a little bit of HP. Okay, so our health is looking like, what, 47% or so right there? So we are in kind of an interesting spot. We're going to start the next fight with Captain Ginyu on rotation. I'm making sure not to select any type orbs here because I don't want to accidentally proc the Dokkan attack. I want to be able to get that on the next turn. So we finish off this fight, and we do have Captain Ginyu, who's going to be able to tank for us in the first slot on this next final fight, actually. But our health is just about 50% there. So I am still a little nervous going into this final phase here. But we do have a Dokkan attack that we're going to be able to take advantage of. So I opt to... I can't remember who I opt to target here. I want to say it's the Goku. That I opt to seal him up with the Captain Ginyu. I think that my strategy... Let's see, what did I end up doing here? Yeah, I think I opted to stun the... or seal the Goku up. Just in case Jason Birder's dodges don't go off, because they're getting hit twice right there. And then I think with the Oceanus, I opt to, you know, go for the stun on Vegeta, so we don't have to take any damage with her. Would be the ideal thing. So Ginyu isn't like the hardest hitter, so we're not going to be doing an insane amount of damage on this Dokkan attack here. But it was really our only option to set up the rotations. We kind of needed it to run this way. It would have been too risky to do anything else. He does get quite a decent stat buff, though. He's getting like a 60% attack buff from the Jason Birder. So there he is, with the critical hit, almost able to take out each of the enemies. They are still all alive, though. So it's still a live turn. Anything can happen. And here, the Jason Birder... get an additional super attack. And a critical hit. So they are able to take out Goku, which is perfect. And then they dodge the Vegeta, so we've still taken no damage from him. And then the Oceanus Shenron is able to stun him. So we're able to mitigate damage very, very effectively that turn. I think we made the right decisions in who we targeted with our attacks. And then the Dokkan attack heals us back up to full. So now we are starting the very end of this final fight with full HP. So with Android 19 and 20 there in the first slot, this is a free win. Because if we do get super attack, they'll nullify it. Both of these enemies do have Ki Blast supers, so they'll nullify, and between these first 2 attacks, the enemies will 100% be, you know, obliterated. They have nothing left. So yeah, even with the friend lead, just the special friend, the 0% in the dupe system, or actually they are rainbowed for Extreme Super Battle Road. The special friends are rainbowed, but they're still, all their key links are level 1, and they only have 1 equip on. They just get like a level 3 attack or something like that. So yeah, even with that friend Kid Buu, we were still able to get through this pretty easily. Not too difficult. A lot of these newer units have some incredible ability. So yeah, able to get a new record there with our no item run by a few seconds. And I hope you guys enjoyed that run. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Slap a like on the video and even a subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.